We had a really good night's sleep last night. Fender's liking this. It's Sunday, so we're getting ready to go to church locally here. We've never been to this area, so we're going to leave Fender here in the Airstream, run to church for an hour and a half, and then come back and check out.
I don't want to wake up.
It's easier to wake up when that's your view outside.
Amen.
Yeah, look at that. Nice green trees. Look at that wagging tail. Today for breakfast we're going to keep it simple. Bagels and cream cheese and PB&J for Teresa. This is exciting. I feel like we've lived in it more this trip than last time. Last time we just pulled over and slept in it, turned the heater on, and didn't eat in it. We didn't really plan on being in it. We didn't think. Still forgot my towel. But that's just me. One thing we've learned from this is it's probably like children. You're never 100% ready where you know everything going into it. And no amount of researching or watching other people is going to help us get ready. It helps us, but we'll never be ready just from that. So there's a lot of things we need to learn how to do. And this next 6 to 12 months is going to be a huge learning curve. We're going to take you along for the journey, but we realize we know almost nothing about any of this stuff. So what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to take us a few months to get really good at, especially some of the things I've been thinking about is like planning places to stay and how far out and all that. I think we're going to have some long nights, you know, pulled over at a rest stop or a Walmart, but we're going to learn. We're going to figure it out. It'll be good.
My goal is to avoid Walmart at all costs if possible. But there will be nights we will be in a Walmart. Lots of learning to do. Check out this beautiful area we're in. Isn't that great? If I had service here, I could work from here, but I don't. So this is off the table. But I could totally see myself spending weekends here when I'm not working. Okay, we're getting ready to unhitch the Airstream so we can get off to church. And that is how we unhook. We love Fender and we can't imagine life without him. But RVing is definitely going to be a lot more difficult with him. Dogs are not allowed in national parks, which is the dumbest thing ever. I guess I get why they do it. They're not allowed in a lot of state parks. There's a lot of rules about them in campgrounds. And we have to leave them in here when we go to church or go out to dinner or something. Once we have a big battery bank, we could run the AC for a couple hours. That'll be great, but man, we've got a lot to learn about how to make this work well. See you, buddy. Sorry. Our commute to church is about 10 times longer than normal, but man, is it a beautiful commute. We're back from church. Lots of nice people said hi to us and welcomed us. One little lady offered us to go sit next to her on the soft chairs, which was really kind.
Yep, nice people. We are going to head back up the canyon to go check on our dog and see our Airstream.
Hey look, we're not the only Airstream in camp. This is Fender's first time staying in the Airstream alone. I hope he didn't just bark his head off at everyone who walked by. Hope he's just asleep on the couch. Airstream's still there.
That's a good start.
He's not barking. If you can stay married after backing up a trailer, you know you have a good marriage. We're still working on our communication, but we don't get in fights. You gotta talk to me.
Sorry.
It doesn't help that this is a big, loud diesel. We're gonna get walkie-talkies, probably ham radios.
Yeah, I'm bad at this.
She forgets I can't see if I've got 10 feet to the pin or 10 centimeters.
I get so focused on getting it lined up, and then I'm like, oh yeah.
We'll get better at that.
Stay.
Hello, buddy. Hello.
That's so good.
Hi. It's nice and cool in here.
Yeah, this was a good spot.
Like
I bet it gets
65
really toasty
degrees in
late
here.
Day, but feels awesome.
I get the feeling he wasn't barking his head off.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy. As much as we like exploring, Fender likes it even more. So here's where the batteries are gonna go. This shelf came up here a lot. We were gonna work around that, but anyway, the battery bank's gonna go in here, probably from about here all the way down, covering all that. We've got to reinforce this because it's not meant to handle like 200 pounds of batteries. But we should still be able to use the closet above it, and definitely this. And it's right over the axles, which is pretty cool, and it's not super high. And you don't have a whole bunch of options in trailers like this. So let's make Sparky spark. This is a very temporary arrangement. Now I know you're not supposed to have lead acids in your indoors. They're supposed to have a vent, but we're not charging it, so it shouldn't be off-gassing very much. And we just connect it for a little bit to use stuff, and then we disconnect it when we go home. Once we decided to go with Airstream, we had a really hard time deciding between a 25, 27, 28, or 30 foot. Every time you'd research the 25 footer, someone would say, just get a 27, it's only 2 feet longer, you won't feel the difference. Then you'd research between a 27 and 28, and they'd say, well, the 27's actually longer than the 28, so you might as well get the 28. Then you'd research between the 28, 27, and the 30, and they'd say, it's only 2 feet longer, you won't feel the difference. So we ended up in the 30. However, the 25 in the back, the bed goes this way, and it's against the wall. You can't walk all the way around it. I'm so glad we had at least a 27 foot so we could get this bed to walk around, because there's not a lot of room, and I'm already feeling glad that I have that. There's not a ton of room to change in here, and yeah, if we'd had a smaller trailer, that would have been even smaller. So I'm really glad we got what we got. No regrets. The only design I'm not crazy about, design feature of the Airstreams, are these blinds. They're okay, actually they look really cool. These aluminum matte blinds. But they're blinds, they clink around, and up there where your pillow goes, you're hitting the blinds all the time. So every time I'd roll over during the night, the blinds would move. So I gotta figure out something for that, but we absolutely love it. How do you like it? You like it? Happy Father's Day. Forgot it was Father's Day weekend, but that's pretty cool. So for the last 5 years, Father's Day has been a really selfish day for me, where I've focused on my inability to have kids, or the fact that my father's been dead for 10 years and have no grandfathers. They're all dead. So I don't have any fathers. I'm not a father, and so it's always been a depressing day, and I focused on me too much. But this year I decided to focus more on my father and what I was grateful for him. So I'm going to take a minute to share what I'm grateful for my father. My father worked extremely hard, and he worked so hard to provide for us, and he taught me to provide for my family well. And even though we didn't get to see him as much as I would have liked to, I knew he was out working to help us. And because he worked so hard, he was able to pay for my undergraduate school, which was such a privilege and a blessing for me. So I'm super grateful that he worked so hard and was able to pay for my first 4 years of college. He also taught me to work extremely hard, and he taught me how to fix things. He taught me to change brakes and work on the cars and not be afraid of getting your hands dirty and just jumping in and learning things. He also taught me to have clean language, and I only heard him cuss once, and it was the A word, and he was pretty mad. But I really appreciate that he had high expectations for me, and he expected me not to cuss and to have clean language. And I'm so glad that I don't have the habit of using foul language. It's wonderful, and it's part of who I am today. He also taught me not to be afraid to try new things, and if he were alive, he would be so excited about what we're doing. Yeah, we think he's still in heaven looking down on us excited anyway, but yeah, if he were alive, he would be in our videos helping us do solar or lift the trailer or whatever. Yeah, my dad wasn't a perfect person. He had his flaws, but I really appreciate that he helped make me who I am today.
I'm really grateful for a lot of things that my dad taught and did with me. My dad, I'm grateful for all the time that he spent with me, especially while I was little. He took time to do things outside. He would take us hiking and on day trips. He spent a lot of time reading to us, and I have a lot of happy memories about that. He also taught us to work really hard and that it was okay to have fun while we worked, because we grew up on a little bit of land, and so there was always pruning and harvesting and planting and tilling and weeding and lots of work to do, but he taught us that it could be fun and you could enjoy the people you're with while you're doing it. And my dad is also very careful with his words, and that's something I really admire about him, that he thinks before he speaks. And yeah, I love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day.
I love Teresa's dad too. He's the closest thing I've got to a dad, and he has been so good to me and taught me a lot. And I remember two more things about my real dad, that my biological dad. He instilled in me a love for nature. He went camping. He was my scoutmaster all through youth. We probably went on 70 campouts together. He taught me to enjoy hiking and being in nature. And he was also my baseball coach all growing up, and that was really cool that he would spend the time to do that with me. And he wasn't a baseball player, but he learned it, and he enjoyed spending time with me.
Best part of the trip was last night walking up after I'd used the bathroom, because we're not using the black tank this trip, just watching the Airstream as I walked up to it, and it was glowing with lights, and sitting in here and you could see the campfire from the people next to us, and just being together, and it's been really nice. It's been a long couple of weeks. We needed it.
Yeah, we've hardly seen each other. That was the best part for me, of spending time with Teresa, unplugging, chilling out, and getting better at hitching and unhitching and turning systems on and off. It's less stressful now, and can't wait. A year from now it'll be old hat and we'll just have it down. But it was a very relaxing trip, not stressful at all. You ready to go?